There is someone in your life who never apologizes, who twists every conversation back to themselves, who drains you completely, then looks you in the eye and calls themselves the victim. You are not imagining it. Psychology has a name for exactly what they are doing. And tonight, we go inside their mind. 2,000 years before psychology existed as a science, the ancient Greeks already understood this personality. They encoded it into a myth. His name was Narcissus, beautiful beyond reason, cold beyond measure. He walked through the world rejecting everyone who offered him love, including a girl named Echo, who loved him so completely that when he turned her away, she literally faded from existence. Nothing remained of her but a voice. Then one day, Narcissus knelt beside a still river. He saw his own reflection staring back, and something in his mind broke open. He fell in love. Not with a person, with an image, with himself. He could not leave. He could not touch what he saw. And consumed by a love that could never be returned even by himself, he died there. Alone. At the water's edge. A flower grew where he fell. We named it after him. And we are still naming people after him today. Narcissism is not an insult. It is a clinically defined psychological construct, studied, measured, and classified by researchers across the world. At its core, an inflated, grandiose self-image, a mind that genuinely, not arrogantly, genuinely believes it is more attractive, more intelligent, and more important than every other mind around it. And that belief is not a performance. It is how they actually experience reality. That is what makes it so difficult to argue with. You are not fighting their ego. You are fighting their entire perception of the world. Most people picture a narcissist as someone loud, domineering. The person who fills every room with themselves. That exists. Psychologists call it grandiose narcissism. But there is a second type, quieter, colder, and in many ways far more dangerous. Vulnerable narcissism. This one does not demand attention. It waits. It watches. It collects every slight, every perceived disrespect and stores it. And when it finally responds, the reaction is completely disproportionate to whatever triggered it. You never see it coming. Because this type never looked like a threat. This is the part that does not get discussed enough. The narcissist is not the one who suffers most. The people closest to them carry the weight. A narcissistic partner understands love only as a transaction they give when it benefits them, and withdraw the moment it does not. A narcissistic leader makes decisions that serve their legacy, not the people they are supposed to protect. And when you challenge them, when you hold a mirror up to what they actually are, the mask does not just slip, it shatters. And what is underneath is not vulnerability. It is rage. Calculated. Targeted. Designed to remind you exactly who is in control. So, how does a person become this? The answer lives in two places: inside the DNA they were born with and inside the home they grew up in. Twin studies confirm a strong genetic predisposition. Some brains are wired toward narcissistic patterns before they ever face the world. But genetics only builds the gun. Environment pulls the trigger. A child placed on a pedestal, told they are exceptional, untouchable, above the rules, grows into grandiose narcissism. A child raised by cold, controlling parents who withheld love as a weapon grows into the vulnerable type, starving for validation they never received. Furious at a world that keeps withholding it. And then there is the culture around them. Because since the 1970s, measurable narcissism in the general population has been climbing. Social media did not start this. But it gave every narcissist on Earth a stage and an audience that never leaves. Can a narcissist change? Yes, but only if they can do one thing, the one thing their entire psychology is designed to prevent. They must look at an honest, unflattering version of themselves. And not look away. Therapy works when they stay in it. Compassion practice works when they commit to it. But the architecture of narcissism is built on a foundation that says, I am never the problem. Cracking that foundation requires more sustained discomfort than most narcissists are willing to tolerate. Self-reflection, for a narcissist, feels like standing in front of a broken mirror. Every shard shows a different, uglier truth. Most choose to walk away. A few do not. And those few change. Narcissus drowned looking at his own reflection. Not because he was evil, because he could not see past himself to anything real. If you recognize someone in this video, that recognition is worth something. Because the narcissist never asks the question you just asked. The fact that you did means you already understand something they may never learn. That is Psychology IQ Network. If this video made you think, subscribe. Because the human mind is the most complex thing in the known universe. And we are just getting started.